What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad to have you back. Thank you to all my subscribers that have decided to follow me. And if you're new here, please watch this video, and if you like it, please consider subscribing. And in today's video, we'll be dealing with confidence, what confidence is, how to be confident. We'll be delving a lot deeper into the topic, so stick around for today's video. It will definitely help you. So the problem is this: someone calls you ugly, you start feeling sad because deep down you really believe that you are ugly, and that is the problem. But if someone calls you ugly and you believe that you are absolutely stunning, how much is that going to affect you? It won't affect you. You're like, what? Like, whatever. You know, so it wouldn't even matter what that person has said about you. So internally, your belief system will always rise above what other people tell you. So no matter what they say on the outside, you know that that is not true, or you know that what you believe in your belief system is correct for yourself. Let's talk about another thing. Fear of what other people think or what other people are going to say. What happens is you come up with this idea of something that you want to do, and it is something out of the ordinary, something that you're not used to doing. Now you back off or you back out of the idea, but you have already had a conversation with yourself in terms of what you think other people are going to say about it, what their opinion is going to be. They're not going to like it. I'm not sure what they're going to think, what they're going to say. And that is why you back off from doing what you're supposed to do, because you are rather scared of what other people are going to think. But the reality is they didn't think it yet. Nobody said anything. You literally had that conversation in your mind, and you have already drawn that conclusion. You have already failed to yourself because you already believed that people would receive things negatively. So, for example, you are supposed to start something. Maybe you're supposed to start doing hair, nails. Maybe you're supposed to start a YouTube channel, but you're worried about what people are going to say. You're worried about what they're going to think about you and how they would receive you. And you are scared that people won't accept the real you. So you have to continue this version that you've created for other people. And it's exhausting. It's really tiring to please other people. As I'm growing older, I live a very conscious life. And I consciously think to myself, how much realness am I giving of myself out into the world so that other people can be okay with who they are? For example, every person is attached to every person. As much as we'd like to think it's not so, it is so. I become an introvert because of what someone else said, but I was supposed to be an extrovert. So if I remain an extrovert in spite of what someone else said, and I reached out to a lady that needed my happy personality that day, it will cause her to also be herself. You know, a lot of happy people influence a lot of people with or without their knowledge. You know, sometimes you can be nice to someone at the mall, a cashier, a garage jockey, or a masseuse, you know, and you can just absolutely make their day. We take it for granted, but you speaking to those people uplifts their spirit, and it continues, it flows over to the next person. You make their day, and they go happy for the rest of the day, and they go on to make other people's day. And that is so beautiful. That is the enormity of self-esteem and confidence, because it has such a chain reaction. It's like fire. So today I want to help you and say, stop being scared. Scared of what people are going to think, scared of what people are going to say, and just become like a duck. That the water, the opinions will just roll off you, and you just stand out and do what you're supposed to do, because you can't live your life scared in the shadows forever. It's a waste of time. And you could be like, I know a lot of times we can see ourselves like, I mean, if you think of yourself as being this great person, you know, you can just walk up to anyone, you could just wear confidently what you want to wear, you could just speak confidently how you wanted to speak, and you could carry yourself a certain way, and maybe you want to change your accent a little bit, but who cares? Who cares? You have to be true to thine own self, like Shakespeare says. You have to be true to yourself, and you can't live your life scared all the time. You are missing out. Like my daughter is like so shy. She's 9, and I told her the other day, Zara, you are missing out on doing so much in this world because she is such an amazing person. But because of a fear of what people are going to think and what people are going to say, and like there's so many things that she could do. And she's brilliant. Like, she's brilliant at dancing. She can memorize a script. I mean, she always gets like the lead roles in plays and that sort of thing. She's absolutely brilliant. But she is so at the beginning of something, like she's always like scared and fearful of doing it until she's actually done it. And then she's like, okay, I actually impressed myself, you know. But I mean, if all that fearful time that she spent was put into actually perfecting, working harder at the confident level, she could be amazing. And that is where you're at. You could also be amazing. If you want to be a nice person, stop being bitchy and be a nice person. If you want to be one of the people that they always talk about and say, oh my word, Sally is always so glowy and happy when she comes in. Be happy and glowy where you go so that people can say that. But now you can't confidently do that because of the picture that you've already put out there, and you're scared of what people are going to think and what they're going to say. Like, oh, she's being fake. Why is she laughing all of a sudden? Every day she's always grumpy and now she's like this. It doesn't matter. If you want to implement change and be that confident person that you want to, or that you have envisioned for yourself to be, start somewhere. And that is the next point. Start. You have to start. You can't just sit and think about it as well. You have to start somewhere, and it's very important because you will spend your life in your mind, like envisioning who you'd like to be, this nice person, or sometimes you are too nice and you're a people pleaser and you want to be a little bit assertive. Then you have to start practicing assertiveness, even if it's at small little things. If it's with your kids, because they always walk over you and you always end up giving them what they want, you have to start with them and say, no, I think you guys have had enough. Like, that's the line. Let's draw the line there, you know. Or you have to start with your boyfriend and say, look, I don't like it when you drink so much. I don't like drinking. I mean, if you want to continue, by all means do you, but I'm not going to drink anymore. I've had enough, you know. But sometimes he will go overboard, and now because you want to please him, you will say, okay, it's fine, you know, and give in. So practice also being assertive, and it's not going to be easy, but you have to put it into action in order for it to happen. So there's a saying that John Canfield says, what others think of me is none of my business. And that is our next point. Don't make it your business to find out what others are saying and thinking of you. That is also going to break down your confidence and your self-esteem. Rather, make it your business to not care. Hashtag to be unbothered. So if you're unbothered about what others are thinking and saying about you, it won't hurt you because you are on the path to building your self-esteem and to up your confidence. So don't go and chase to find out. And if someone comes to you and enters into your space to want to tell you what others are saying and thinking about you, politely ask them to stop and to let them know that you're not interested in hearing or to listening to what they have to say, because you are no longer on that page of making it your business to find out what other people are saying and thinking about you. Don't ask questions that you're not ready to hear the answers to. A lot of times you ask questions like, oh, how does my dress look? Someone's really truthful and they tell you, babe, I don't think that looks nice on you. I don't think that's your style. And then you get offended, but you ask them. So what you do, don't ask them. Trust in yourself that you believe that you look good in what you are wearing. And that's enough. You don't have to go around asking every Tom, Dick and Harry, do you look good? Does my hair look nice? Does my nails look nice? Do I look okay in what I'm wearing? I personally, like my husband and I, he's like my designer and I'm like his. So I dress for him, and if he's not happy with it, I don't wear it. And if I'm not happy with what he's wearing, he doesn't wear it unless it's something that we really like and we're like, it's okay. You can go ahead with that today, you know. But it's not about hacking each other. Next point is don't compare yourself. Comparison is only going to hurt you. Everyone wants different things out of life and everyone's journey is different. So don't compare yourself to another female and say, oh, but she looks like that and why don't I look like that?
Your body structure is different to that person's body structure. Your cravings are different. Your metabolism is different. Your genes are different.
So you can't expect someone who's burning fuel, like fat for fuel, like crazy, whereby if you just look at a chip, you pick up a kilo, you can't compare yourself to that person. You are going to make yourself miserable. So don't even bother and you are going to live a very miserable life. Think about things that you love about yourself. Focus on those things. Don't focus on the things that you don't like about yourself, because even those things that you don't like about yourselves, it's probably something that you're comparing to someone else. But at the end of the day, you are in charge of your boat, and however you steer your wheel or whichever direction you choose to go, that is entirely up to you. But at some point in life, you have to check to see if the wheel is in your hands or in someone else's. And if you are allowing someone else to steer your boat, that is something that you have to check for yourself. If you haven't watched any of my other videos as yet, please click on any one of them. I'm sure you will enjoy any one of them. And I'll see you back here next time. Have a great day further. Goodbye.